What's up, guys? This weekend we got UFC Fight Night, Sao Paulo, Brazil. A treat before UFC 217 in 2 weeks. But we got UFC veteran Lyoto Machida, the Dragon, returning to take on KO artist Derek Brunson. Before there was Wonder Boy Thompson, as far as karate in the UFC, there was Lyoto Machida. After almost a 2-year suspension, Lyoto is back to face a rising star in Derek Brunson. Before his departure, Machida was on a 2-fight losing streak with losses to Luke Rockhold and Joel Romero. Brunson just had a win over Dan Kelly recently, but before that he had losses to Anderson Silva, which was controversial. I remember some people saying that he won that fight, and a loss to now interim champ Robert Whittaker. Before that, Brunson was on a hot streak. He TKO'd 4 opponents, and then he had a decision win to Lorenz Larkin. Machida, before his 2-fight losing streak, had wins over high-level competition like Musasi, Mark Munoz, Dan Henderson, and Ryan Bader. Brunson's a 3-time All-American wrestler and trains in Renzo Gracie Jiu-Jitsu and Jackson's MMA. Machida's a 3rd-degree black belt in Shotokan Karate and a black belt in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. This fight could go 2 ways in my mind. Brunson should try to take Machida down with his wrestling and try to land heavy ground and pound. Machida, on the other hand, should use his karate and range and try to pick apart Brunson with his high-level kicks. In the pocket, I think both fighters could clip each other or knock each other out. In the clinch, I would have to give it to Machida. I'm going to ultimately go with Derek Brunson to get it done here, just because I think he's the more active fighter, and I think he clips Machida at some point and gets back on track. In the co-main, we have up-and-coming Covington versus Maia. Covington has only lost 1 fight to Warley Alves. He has an explosive style that could definitely clip Maia and put him to sleep. Covington also trains with Masvidal. Masvidal had a close fight with Maia, and Covington feels, with that in mind, that he has the recipe to put Maia down. But ultimately, I think Maia has faced, he's faced the who's who of the welterweight division, a little bit higher level competition than Colby Covington, and I think Maia will prevail. I feel if it goes to the ground, Maia has the advantage, even though Covington's a Division I All-American wrestler and has a good jiu-jitsu game himself. But another school of thought is, Tyron Woodley shown the way to beat Maia, and will Colby Covington use the same game plan that Woodley employed? Ultimately, both of these fights are really close, and I think both fights could go either way. I think I'm going to go with Maia to get it done in his hometown of Sao Paulo, but remember, not only has Woodley shown the way to beat Maia, but Covington, again, trains with Masvidal, who almost beat Maia. Like I said, I take Derek Brunson to take out Lyoto Machida, and then I'm going to take Maia to beat Colby Covington. And I think, honestly, like, the rest of the card's sick too. These are really good fights, and I think both the main and the co-main, Brunson versus Machida, either one of them could clip each other. But I'm going to go with Brunson, and then in Maia versus Covington, they could take each other out. But I'm going to have to go with experience and go with Maia. Alright, until next time, guys, enjoy the fights.